Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. In the last several weeks, we have talked about income and expenses. We talked about what an income statement was. We talked about nursery stock standards, or another way to say that is grading nursery stock. And last week, in week 6, we talked about a break-even analysis and valuing wholesale nursery stock. So we've been spending a lot of time on the business side of nursery operations. And in this video, we are going to pivot away from that and take a look at something else. So today's topic is really nursery occupations, or different jobs that we can do in the nursery industry. And I want to start out the discussion today by taking you to a website called ONet Online. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to stop sharing my camera here. All right, so hopefully you're able to see this. This website is called ONet Online. And ONet Online is a career exploration tool that's sponsored by the U.S. Department of Labor, Employment and Training Administration. So what is this tool all about? This is a tool that lets us search across really thousands of different occupations in the United States. And we can search and find out what skill set is required to perform a job in that particular occupation, and what wage can I expect to be paid. Now, there's a lot more information than just those things on this particular website. So let me go ahead and do an example. I'm going to type in the keyword nursery. So I'm up here at the top right-hand corner of the web page, and I'm going to type in the word nursery and click enter. All right, so you can see that I've got several hits here. So I have one link to nursery workers, another link to nursery and greenhouse managers, and then the third one is soil and plant scientists. So let me go ahead and click on nursery and greenhouse managers, and we'll see where this takes us. So now we're at a summary report for nursery and greenhouse managers. So the way that ONet Online is organized is it takes each occupation, and then it breaks out the different tasks that nursery and greenhouse managers would have to perform in this example. And then it tells us a little bit about the technology skills that you would need to have to be a nursery and greenhouse manager. It tells us some of the different knowledge that we would need to have, some of the different skills that we would need to require, abilities, work activities, detailed work activities, work context, and then finally we get down to education. So in this education category, this is telling us that of the people that responded to the surveys that ONet Online sent out, 45% of the people that work as nursery and greenhouse managers have said that they have a bachelor's degree. So that would be a 4-year degree from an accredited institution. 24% of the respondents said that they have an associate's degree. So that would be a 2-year degree that you would typically get through a community college. And 19% of respondents said that they had some college but never did get a degree. So you can see how different people employed in this occupation, what different educational backgrounds they bring to the particular occupation. All right, scrolling on down, we come to a section called Wages and Employment Trends. So for nursery and greenhouse managers in 2019, it's telling us that the median wages were $34.21 an hour, and that converted to $71,160 annually. Now let's go ahead and search the state of Texas. So I've already typed in Texas, and now we're going to go ahead and click Go. So this brings up two bell-shaped curves. The curve on top that's in orange is showing us wages in the state of Texas. It's showing us annual wages, and it's telling us that in the state of Texas, the average annual wage, which is right here, is $66,110 a year. On the low end, it's telling us that 10% of the workers in Texas earn $34,400 or less in annual wages. And at the high end of the curve, it's telling us that 10% of the workers in Texas earn more than $116,910. The bell-shaped curve underneath the Texas curve is for the entire country, for the United States, and this is telling us that the nationwide average income is $71,160 per year. So that is a little bit higher than the average in the state of Texas. It's also telling us that 10% of the workers nationwide earn $37,530 or less a year. And at the high side, it's telling us that 10% of the workers nationwide earn $132,760 or more annually. So you get to compare state of Texas with the entire country. And then going a little bit further down, you can zoom in on different metropolitan areas within the state of Texas. For example, we can get some information for the Dallas-Fort Worth, Arlington, Texas area. And we can see what the median annual income is in that area, and that actually is $85,180. For the Houston area, next line down, we see that the annual median income is $65,770 for nursery and greenhouse workers. And then there's also a line for Waco, Texas right here. And then finally at the bottom, West Texas in non-metropolitan areas in the state of Texas. So lots of good information that you can use to determine what skills, what knowledge you need to have to work in certain occupations, and how much you could expect to earn once employed in those occupations, depending upon where you are in the United States. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing this and go back here. All right, so you guys should be able to see me again. So that was a relatively brief video, a brief video introduction to the website called ONet Online. Thanks for watching.